You talking to me? You're not talking to him. Okay, I just had to get that out of my system. Now we can start the review. What's going on, guys? James here from Reflect the Screen, and I just got out of The Kitchen, a mobster movie. It's based on a comic book. I mean, did any of you guys know that this was based on a comic book? If you didn't, you're just like me. But I'm kind of excited for the film because it's a unique spin on the mobster family tale. It's different, but I'll get into that in 2 seconds. If this is your first time here at Reflect the Screen, welcome to the channel. I'm so glad that you're here. So if you don't want to miss out on anything we're putting out this week and all the weeks to come, go ahead and hit the big red button below. Don't be afraid to like this video, share it with your friends, and in the comments below, let me know, what is your favorite mobster movie of all time? Alrighty, so let's take no more time and get right into The Kitchen. Now, this is a film that surrounds our three leading women, Melissa McCarthy, Tiffany Haddish, and Elisabeth Moss. And all three of these women must now take control of their mobster husband's business after, well, they get arrested by the FBI. And guys, I think that is the shortest summary for a film that I've ever had, because that is it. That is all there is for the summary of what the story is about. Because if I dive into the story too much, I'm gonna spoil a lot. Now, before sitting down in the theater, what captivated my interest was a female-led mobster movie instead of a male-led mobster movie. But Andrea Berloff, what she does is tells the tale of three women who are tired of men kind of telling them what to do and turning the tables and taking control of parts of New York City. So it's really interesting, right? Well, hey, the movie's not awful, but let me start off with what I didn't like, because there's unfortunately more not to like than to like about this movie. The biggest negative for the film is just the poor direction in the movie. Andrea Berloff is no stranger to writing things. She wrote Straight Outta Compton, and she also worked on a few other projects, and this is her first feature-length debut. Now, it kind of shows because there's sequencing of shots that just don't make sense. And I get it, there's a cute ending to the story. Cute, not by like, oh my god, it's so cute. But the film doesn't really do a good job at one, pacing itself, and two, getting the viewer in line with the order of events. Time goes by kind of quickly in some instances, and then we kind of get brought back to moments that just don't make sense when they're put next to one another. I found myself turning over to my buddy and I'm like, does that make sense to you? Are you confused? And if I'm saying that, I'm already pulled out of the film, and that's a problem for me. Now, something else that I didn't really like about the film really were the roles of Tiffany Haddish and Elisabeth Moss. Now, I understand there are three different roles that each of the women play in this film, but for me, Elisabeth Moss was put on the back burner way too often, and it didn't feel like she even needed to be in this role. And then you have Tiffany Haddish, who's playing the bruiser type in the group. Yo, she's awful. Like, I don't think she's very good at all, and I can't tell you that I was convinced by anything she was doing in this film. Now, I know I'm talking to you guys about things I didn't like, but on the other hand, you have Melissa McCarthy, and you have Donald Gleason, and I like both of them, and I really appreciated both of them on screen. And Melissa McCarthy is no stranger to this genre of film. I bought every one of her scenes where she would either cry or show a ton of emotion. What I did appreciate about the writing by Andrea Berloff is that it didn't really take a very cliche turn. Like I said, the story is really unique. I've never heard of a tale like this, and I think that what she presents is a really good idea. Now, was the idea executed very well? No, and I don't think that a lot of the different elements of the film were fully developed. And hey, I'm definitely here for the female empowerment undertones because it's riddled throughout the entire film. Our theater was getting really engaged. Some were a little bit more loud than others. And so honestly, if I had to even grade The Kitchen, it would probably be like a high D, low C. And the reason I say that is because the movie itself is just not incredible. It doesn't do anything great. And I don't think that the cast has the synergy required for this film to really go to the next level. So The Kitchen is worth a matinee. It's maybe even just worth a rental, to be honest. Alright guys, so that's my quick take on The Kitchen. If you enjoyed that review, don't forget to go ahead and hit the big red button below and subscribe to the channel. Like this video and share it with a ton of your friends. Oh, and in the comments, let me know, did you like this movie more than me? Or is it basically just as bad as I'm kind of saying it is? Alright guys, so again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you at the next screening.